Hey guys, welcome to the first round of Delving with Devin on the mana base with Esper Gifts. Looks like we lost a die roll. We will keep this hand though. We've got Thoughtseize with Path, Liliana, just a pretty solid hand. So we're against Affinity. So Thoughtseize probably is not going to be very good here. Going to get a black-white. And I will Thoughtseize, even though I might have a 3-drop. Oh, Galvanic Blast. He probably should have just blasted me there. Looks like he F6'd. So it looks like Lingering Souls is probably going to be pretty good. Liliana's not so much. Ooh, Gifts and Given, that's going to be great once I get to 4 mana. So I'm just going to Path this Frogmite. It just saves me so much damage. Looks like my opponent animated the wrong one, but he can still just animate this one. So it didn't really cost him anything. Lingering Souls is going to do a great job pulling off these Nexuses. I guess I can Path that guy instead. So now Elish Norn is going to be great against his board. It's going to get a swamp. Flashback Lingering Souls. So if I draw a land, I get to go Gifts. If I don't, I can just flashback Lingering Souls again. So he could have attacked with a Blink Moth, and then if I double block, just pump it with the other one, and he trades 1 Blink Moth for 2 souls, which isn't terrible. I think I am going to just trade. I just want to save my life. Well, that's not good. So I think I'm just going to flashback this. So that's not good drawing that, because so I guess now I can just discard it to collect a Brutality, but it's going to definitely slow me down. So that was definitely the worst draw in my deck. So I think the correct play here is to animate, attack. When I double block, he just pumps. So he probably should have just done the last turn. He would have still had his Frogmite, and he also would have gotten for 2. That's a reasonable draw. There we go. We're back to being stabilized. And just need to draw lands. If I draw a land, I'll probably gifts, and I'll probably just do like a value gifts. Probably get like Life from the Loam. Life from the Loam, Ghost Quarter, Lingering Souls. That's not a good draw. Okay, so I'll just flash it back again. So I am running 25 lands, so which is unfortunate that I'm missing land drops. You can see how good Lingering Souls is, though. It is a card. It does things. Well, that was a good draw for my opponent. Now all of his Ornithopters just become these huge threats. So I'm definitely just double blocking both. I get to trade. Maybe I only double block one, because that way I have a blocker back next turn, so that I can like kill this. I guess he still has 2 attackers, so it doesn't really matter. I think I just trade both, I guess. Probably just dead though. It's unfortunate because if I would have run a land like at any point in the last like 3 or 4 draw steps, would have just been GG. But that's magic. It happens. Okay, so there's a land. So what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to want to just gifts. Yeah, because he can't really, like him trading off his Ornithopter there for free was pretty bad. My opponent's just making kind of like tons of misplays, and it's costing him the game, I think. If he would have just attacked with 1 Ornithopter, equipped it, would have eaten 2 guys. He still would have had another Ornithopter. Could have equipped it, attacked, would have eaten another 2 guys. But now, like, all of his guys just don't attack profitably. Okay. So I'm going to get an island. We get gifts. The namesake card. Okay, so I will take Lingering Souls, 1 Burial Rites. I guess I'll take a Abrupt Decay and a you know what? Maybe I don't need that. Maybe I'll take Life in the Loam and a Ghost Quarter. There we go. So now no matter what, I get 2 more spirits. I also can start loaming back Life in the Loam with Ghost Quarter to deal with his Blink Moth. So my opponent's got to choose 2 cards. Doesn't really matter which 2 because all of them I get value from the graveyard from. I mean, maybe he puts Ghost Quarter in the graveyard, but then I can just dredge Life in the Loam or cast Life in the Loam and then Ghost Quarter his Blink Moth. I also get to collect a Brutality, one of his creatures, and I can escalate to game 2, discard Elishnorn, and then just Unburial Rights it back. Okay, so I'm going to Life in the Loam that. Going to get back Ghost Quarter, Plains this. So we can play Ghost Quarter. Going to escalate 2 modes, so -2/-2 and gain 2. I'll do it on that and that. Pitch Elishnorn. And now I've got Ghost Quarter for his Blink Moth Nexus. I'm also out of range of like double Galvanic Blast. Yeah, stretch back. So now I get 2 Unburial Rights. So I've got a bunch of 3/3 flyers. And my opponent just concedes. So I think my opponent definitely played pretty suboptimally. But I mean, that's modern. There's so many different lines that you can and need to take that if you're not, super proficient, you definitely can make some play errors. Okay. So I definitely want the Stony Silences. Probably the Maelstrom Pulses are going to be good. Liliana the Veil's not that good against Affinity. I actually probably don't need Thought Seizes either. Raven's Crime, probably not necessary. I could bring in some more threats, like some life gain threats. Siege Rhino is probably good, and Thragtusk is probably good. The reason I want Thragtusk is he's got that 4/4 Mirror Empyrean, where odds that if I'm casting, I probably want to be flickering it, so it's not very good at blocking. I mean, I guess I could just leave it in play, but if I'm just leaving it in play, I might as well just play Thragtusk. Inquisition's okay. It's not great. Collective Brutality is fine. Just as, since I cut my Lilianas, I kind of want as many ways to discard my fatties as possible to Unburial Rights. But I've got 3 Brutalities and the 4 Jaces still, so that should be fine. And this seems okay. We will submit. Got triple gifts. No blue mana. If we draw a blue source, this hand might be okay. This hand also might just be a little too slow. I think given that we have no blue source, we have 3 gifts, it's not really ideal. You only really want 1. I think I'm just going to mulligan. Okay, we got a Stony Silence. I just need to draw another land. So I think I'll keep. I just need to scry a land to the top. It's basically GG. Zedrano is not a land. Goes to the bottom. There's a land. Okay, so what I can do here is go this. Inquisition, take any relevant card. Okay, so plating literally does nothing because he's not going to have the mana in time to equip. Whereas Ravager, he could theoretically, like, I play Stony Silence, he sacks his board in response, makes like a 3/3, which I could potentially, well, I guess I have Path, so it doesn't really matter. But I think I'm just going to take the Ravager because plating is literally going to do nothing through a Stony Silence. And I think this game is going to end very quickly. I'm pretty sure my opponent's just going to concede to the Stony Silence. And if he doesn't, it's pretty trivial because he almost has no chance. Attacking for 0. He's sending that message. I am on the back foot. And now I'm going to send him a message of Stony Silence. So I think I want white green. So not only does it shut off his cranial plating, but also like stone rains him basically. Signal Pest, that's a card. Lets him attack for a little bit of damage. I could just Abrupt Decay it though. You know what's a card that I should have taken out is Iona. I mean, I guess Ioning for red so we can't Galvanic Blast me is a thing, but probably should have just taken it out. Probably brought in like Obsidat for it or something. That definitely was a misplay. So I'm just going to path this. And my opponent concedes. So you guys have it. Stony Silence against Affinity is good, especially it didn't look like he was running any Thought Seizes or anything like that. Usually Affinity is running Thought Seizes or Inquisitions or whatever in the sideboard just so they don't die to Stony Silence, but he was running the true Affinity list, didn't have them, and he paid the price. So there you guys have round 1. We'll see you guys in the next round.